Okay, this is part 3 in a little series that I'm doing. This is the Crimson Fleet Haunt. So this one and another one are pretty much the same size, but I stole this one second, so we'll look at this one second. So here we go. The front end is a more rounded shape. The cannons definitely look bigger than the other one. It's definitely longer. This is the longest ship that we've looked at so far. This is actually a shield. It looks like a flying saucer, like a room or something, but it's the shield. It kind of reminds you of like Star Trek, like the front of the Enterprise. I think that's pretty cool. Here is one of the engines. That's definitely the biggest engine we've seen so far. And then I'm not sure if this is the helium tanks, but we will find out when we start tearing it apart. Look at how much fog. The landing gear engines are really cool. Some of the engines sit on the ground for like the landing gear, and they have their own engines, so it's really cool. It's always so dark on this side of the planet, especially when it's nighttime. And here is this side. It looks a little bit more bare compared to the other side. And we are now getting to the front. I like all the little lights it has. So that's something unique about this ship, is that it has the headlights. I don't know if that does a lot of good in space or not, probably. He just insulted the ship. I mean, it probably has seen better days. I just stole it, so I mean, I don't know how damaged it is. So here we are. This is just, the basic storage room. Let's go upstairs. Okay. So we are in here, and it looked really long, so I'm expecting like a lot of extra space somewhere. So it might have all just been pieces of the ship. You have your captain's locker here. You have your 2 seats here. We have our cargo hold here. I'll show getting in a seat whenever we get off the ship, because that's the easiest way to get off of it when doing a tour like this. So you have your little room where your crew sits to do their little calculations. This is the hatch. So is that it? I'm gonna jump down. Maybe I missed a door. No, that's the exit. Okay. I don't have my jump pack on. This isn't... Yeah, it's funny. I needed the storage capacity. But here we are again. So I guess that's the inside of it. Let's sit down. I thought it was bigger than this. So you just kind of slide up there. Nothing moves. You have your bar to hold on to on each side when things get really bad. Let's get off the ship. Everybody always wants to talk to you all the time, and I'm like, oh no, get away from me. They probably talk louder than I do, honestly. Let's rip it apart. So let's go on our shipbuilder. I really thought it was bigger than this, and I want to see like why it's not. So maybe there's just a lot of fluff. So let's tear it down. See if there's any unique pieces only for the ship, and then we'll go from there. Pulled me away from it a little bit. Oh wow, so this one had a lot more pieces. We'll start with the front. This is the Taiyo Astroneering Samurai cockpit. The Taiyo braking engine. So this piece on the bottom, the braking engine, just has like thrusters and it's cosmetic. So it's not like something that even needs to be on a ship, honestly. You have your companionway. This is actually was on the bottom. So that means that, yeah, that was one of the pieces we actually traveled through. And then this control station 2x1 is the other piece, which means we didn't travel through any of these other pieces. So everything else is, we'll look at it. So that's our little storage room. Landing gear front, landing gear mid, and then the docking gear, I guess, is the landing gear back, or okay, this is our landing gear back. So middle, front, landing gear on this side. We have our electron beams. Now this laser does 12 damage to hull and shield, so this one laser alone was better than the ballistics and the laser we have in the frontier. So this one looks like the first one that's probably stronger than the frontier as far as damage capabilities go, and it does have the missile launcher too. This is a equipment plate and it says it's cosmetic only, so this doesn't need to be here either. So I'm kind of curious, we'll look at that too. This is your deflector shield generator, and then this is your engine. This engine has more maneuvering thrust, I can't speak, guys, but has less engine thrust just by a tiny bit than the Frontier's. So this is a more maneuverable engine than the Frontier's engine for combat. So that's pretty neat. We have our alpha drive. It can do a 9 jump, which is okay. We have our cargo. It's a small cargo. We only have one. That's kind of disappointing. You would think that pirates would be all about cargo. And then we have our grav jump fuel. This one's 140. So this one's almost 3 times as much grav jump fuel as the Ghost. So that's 2 to 3 systems. And I think like the longest system I ever jumped to was like 130 fuel from 1 to 1. So this one can be anywheres in space. Let's put it back together. So now that we've got this thing together, like I just wanted to see what it would look like with all the pieces we didn't need. So we don't need any of that. We don't need that. Oh, we do need it to get the missiles to sit there. So that's something, an equipment plate. Okay, I see you. Okay, so by getting rid of the 2 pieces we didn't need, we have, it says greater mobility and less mass, but we have more hull. I don't understand that. You would think, so it has less ability to push itself. Okay, well that makes sense, I guess. But you would think with less mass it wouldn't need that much hull. But I guess since it only goes up by 2 mass and it gives you 6 hull, it would be a bigger deal. And it does look better with all the pieces on it. But it seems to be just for looks. Now, this ship is the Crimson Fleet Haunt. And I will see you guys on the next episode where we capture a pirate ship and then we completely destroy it for our pleasure. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.